Did you know that first of all, the January 6th thing was a complete setup and a psyop, and it was so they could criminalize a political movement that was anti-establishment and wouldn't go along with the wars. That's what MAGA was, that's what Donald Trump was, that's what got him in trouble, is that Donald Trump wouldn't do the wars the way they wanted him to do. And they also painted him as a white supremacist, and it's hard to invade other countries and steal their natural resources with a guy you've painted as a white supremacist, okay? And so he puts a bad face on empire and imperialism, and so that's why they have to get rid of him. And the way they thought they were going to be able to do it was they would say there was an insurrection and this was all rigged by them. That's why there wasn't, we did force the vote. And we had a rally a year before January 6th. We had a rally at the Capitol. They had more cops there for the Force to Vote rally, which had like 100 people show up to it, than they did for those thousands of people who showed up on January 6th, because they wanted that to happen. They wanted them to go in, and they wanted to be able to call it an insurrection and to disqualify Joe Biden. And by the way, they're hunting down every one of those people, whether they were peaceful or not, that were at that protest. I know people personally, the FBI went into their house. The guy we got this dog from. They went to his daughter, and he first protest he ever went to in his life. And the FBI hunting him down. He had offered to turn himself into the FBI because he knew they were coming for him. And they said, "Fuck you," and they showed up at his house. And anyway, so let's remember that Donald Trump offered to send National Guard. Nancy Pelosi said no. Here's the chief of police of the Capitol Police, and here's what he said.
On January 3rd, I requested the assistance of the National Guard to support my perimeter and was denied by the 2 sergeant-at-arms over the concern for politics and optics.
So he requested more help, and they turned it down because this was a psyop, this was intentional, they wanted this to happen. And so now what's come up, remember the 2 pipe bombs that were planted on January 6th? Here's how the news reported it.
The FBI releasing new video of the person suspected of planting those pipe bombs the night before the Capitol riot. And the FBI officially confirming those pipe bombs placed at the Democratic and Republican National Committee headquarters could kill.
These pipe bombs were viable devices that could have been detonated, resulting in serious injury or death.
The video offering specific detail on the suspect's movements. By 7:52, the suspect has made it to the DNC headquarters. The suspect sits on a bench and appears to fumble with that backpack. A bomb is later discovered in the bush adjacent to the bench. At 8:14, the same suspect walking down an alley next to the RNC headquarters. A bomb placed there as well before exiting the area, walking past the Capitol Hill Club.
Okay, well, thank God that the pipe bomber at least wore a COVID mask. He might be a terrorist, but he's not a super spreader. So now there's a new video that has shown up of someone, well, here, I'll just play it for you.
And it's really remarkable. What it depicts is the discovery of the DNC bomb at approximately 1:05 p.m. on January 6th. And if you follow the timestamps closely, you can see this guy in a backpack come into frame at around 1:05. What he does is he first approaches a car, which is a Metro PD car, talks to the driver's side in the window for a while, then moves to the other side of the window, and then eventually moves and chats with somebody in a black SUV, which is a Secret Service car, chatting with Secret Service. In fact, we've learned through multiple sources that the Metro PD was part of that Secret Service detail. Why was the Secret Service there? We'll get to that in due course. But the guy finishes talking to the SUV and then leaves the frame. What the individual in the backpack is doing is alerting the Metro PD and the Secret Service of the fact that there is a pipe bomb just feet away that was planted by the park bench outside of the DNC. Now, for those watching this video, and everyone has to watch this video to follow along, the first thing that will strike you as remarkable is just how utterly unconcerned both the Metro PD and the Secret Service are about being informed that there was a pipe bomb literally within feet of them and within feet of their protectee, who was VP-elect Kamala Harris. You'll notice if you watch from approximately 107 to 109 in the timestamp, utterly lackadaisical, utterly unconcerned. Takes them minutes to even get out of their vehicles, at which point...
Boy, look how they spring into action at the terrifying news that there's pipe bombs outside Kamala Harris, the office that Kamala Harris is. I think George Bush read My Pet Goat with more urgency on 9/11.
They're just kind of lingering around, uninterested, unconcerned. And then this alone is enough to be a national scandal and blow open this investigation with severity. And that is the Secret Service, the Metro PD, you'll see this, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. They allow a group of children cross the street in the direction of the pipe bomb and allow the children to walk within feet of the park benches where the pipe bomb was planted. The Secret Service agent as well is walking right with the children within feet of this bomb. Then, about a minute later, a Capitol Police officer walks even closer to the bomb, takes a picture of it, gives a thumbs up sign, leaves, after which point the Metro PD car, the Secret Service car leave, and then the video is over. Now, I know from very reputable sources who have seen the extended video that minutes after that, they have a bomb-safe robot come to dismantle and defuse this bomb. Now, people listening to this are probably asking themselves, first of all, why the unconcern from the Secret Service and the Metro PD? Unconcerned for themselves, unconcerned for their protectee, Kamala Harris, unconcerned for the children that they cavalierly allowed to walk within feet of this explosive device. And that concern juxtaposed and contrasted with the fact that they needed a bomb-safe robot to defuse this pipe bomb, this alleged pipe bomb. So those are the facts that are illustrated incontrovertibly in this video, and that I think as a self-contained analysis are sufficient to be a national scandal. But as I said, it gets far worse when we contextualize this information in light of the history of our reporting on the pipe bombs, which I'm happy to get into, but I'd like to pause in case you have any reaction.
So this was a setup by the FBI, the Capitol cops, who even knows, maybe the Secret Service or whatever. But that guy with who went over and alerted the cops about the pipe bomb, it's now been revealed that he was a cop. So yeah, so this is this. Of course, it's not being reported in the media. It's not being talked about. It should be the headline on every newspaper. It should be the lead story on every news show. And of course, it's not, because the same people who wanted that pipeline planted are the same people who control the media and the same people who want you to think that January 6th was an insurrection so we can outlaw their political enemies from running for office. That's what this is revealing right now. And you're only going to see it because Tucker Carlson is showing this on Twitter and I'm showing it on YouTube. Which they'll probably take this video down. I'm gonna guess this isn't gonna be allowed to stay up. I don't think it's gonna make it, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna try and put it up. It's gonna be up on Rumble for sure, and everybody should go to Rumble because fuck YouTube. But Rumble is the future. YouTube, I'm self-censoring myself so fucking much already on YouTube. It's ridiculous. But so there it is. There's the game being played. So if that was a real pipe bomb, they must have all been in on it. They all knew that it was bullshit. They all knew it was planted by a cop. They all knew that it was a cop telling them about it. Why wouldn't they do so? Why they go, hey, there's a viable pipe bomb over there. Yeah. We'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, call me an old-fashioned square, but I miss the sweet old days when they used to just leave piles of bricks for rioters to throw.
It was 1:07 p.m., so it was lunchtime.
Maybe that was it.
There is a Krispy Kreme right across from that pipe bomb. So.
So I don't. So this idea that January 6th undermined our democracy, your democracy was stolen from you a long time ago by a cabal of criminals that are servicing the billionaire class that want us hating each other, fighting each other, taking our eyes off the oligarchy, which is screwing us over, keeping us from healthcare, good jobs, infrastructure, and fixing our homeless problem and having an orderly immigration, ending the fucking wars and investing that money back in the United States. That same billionaire class did January 6th, planted those bombs, and are fucking us over.
I don't know, Jimmy. Sounds like you're just nitpicking.
It's amazing. The more of this footage comes out, like there's no reasonable explanation for why the police would just casually saunter away like that. This is really, I know we're wrapping up, so cheerful note to end on. This is really the civil war of our time. You know, I mean, look at what we're saying. This video is going to have to go on Rumble. You know, you have Rumble, you have Substack, and then you have these corporate goons, and it is just this battle for the control of the flow of information. It really is democracy versus this elite Davos vision of the world, which the way that they speak about it, who is that benefiting? Who is that benefiting? They speak about that as if this is a beautiful thing. It's a horrific dystopian vision that only, and this is what's really sad, you look at the liberals, they're going to be the last to figure out how dispensable they are. The AI is coming for them. It's coming for their jobs. And this corporate narrative that they invest in, they think that they're insiders. They don't realize they're the help. They don't get it.
I mean,
they're going to be the last to know.
Professional managerial class. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
They don't have their own thoughts. Everything is fed to them. You can recognize every quote out of their mouth. They've been confused into thinking those are their own ideas. They're just programmed. It's about the TV. They watch a TV. It was their parent when their own folks ditched them because they were busy. And so now when you make fun of TV news, you're like insulting the thing that raised them.
Hey, come see us do a live stand-up show. We're going to be in Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Michigan, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Philadelphia, Avenel, New Jersey, Boston, Palm Springs, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets. See you at a live show.